extremely entertaining to so many on the Monsters of Rock cruise in many ways, through his various performances at different times and hours. And you know, John, we were talking before this camera started to roll, I think, about a bunch of bands that we all are fans of that should be bigger, that people, you know, say should absolutely have you know, more success or more awareness and everything like that. I got to tell you, me and a lot of other people say that about you. And I hear that all the time, say, you know, man, Corabi should be all over the place. Corabi should be, you know, obviously I'm sure you wish that was the case too, because you have so many people that are fans of you on this ship and other places. But, you know, does that bug you when you hear that?
You know what, honestly, there was a period when, you know, I did the union thing with Bruce from Kiss, and we put our records out, and it was really strange coming from these two huge bands and doing our new thing. And you know, the first record we did sold okay. The second one was not close to the, you know, the Blue Room didn't do as well as the first one is. But it's funny, like, I meet people and they go, well, who are you? Like, you know, when we were doing the meet and greet yesterday, this lady came up to me and she's like, who are you? And like, why are you here? And it's just weird to me. Like, I go, how do I get over that little hump where, you know what I mean? Like, or people go, hey, it was a great record you did with Motley. What have you been doing since? And I'm like, I've done like 5 albums. You know what I mean? So there's that thing, you know, and I don't know if
but that happens, that, you know, doing a satellite radio show and broadcasting to live as I do to an entire country, that's one of the biggest things that blows my mind as a music fan. I will actually get people from somewhere in the middle of this country that will say, hey, what's Iron Maiden been up to? You know, that's a band like that who who lost the last 15 years.
Yeah.
So that's not, you know, there are people that just are out of step with what you're doing, and you're a guy that has had huge affiliations with people, like being in Motley Crue, like being in Rat, and like, you know, the Union records, which I love the second one actually, and your solo stuff and all that stuff. But yeah, there's that thing. So doing a cruise like this, I would imagine that's a benefit to you because you've got your fans on here, but you probably got a lot of people that are just discovering John Corabi.
Yeah, it's weird. I've had a few people. I did 2 acoustic sets on this trip, and there's a few people that came over to me and are like, I have no idea who you are, and I'm not familiar with your stuff, but I saw this and it was awesome, and I really can't wait for your record to come out and da-da-da-da, whatever. And it just, it amazes me sometimes. Like, I just sit there and I go, you know, Motley, I did the Motley thing, so I'm like, they were so huge. Like, how do they not know? Like, they have to kind of know, you know, that I was in the band for a little while, you know what I mean? It's just, it's a weird thing. But it's weird in Europe, it's completely different.
How so?
I don't know what it is. Like, I think in America, more people are just zoned into the whole MTV thing and VH1, that your show is different because you pay homage to all the bands that I'm talking about right now. But it's just weird, like the major media like radio, MTV, VH1, it's just, they have that playlist and they don't stray from that. You know, all these other guys, Warrants and Firehouse and that record that John Corabi did with Motley or The Scream or whatever, you know, it's just kind of neglected. But if you go to Europe, the fans are so into the bands like Firehouse, Motley, Poison, like the list goes on and on and on. When they go over there, they're there. They're just diehard fans. They don't pay attention to what's going on.
That's two.
I just made $5. Thank you very much.
Keep it going.
Yeah, it'll be right there. That's buying the next tequila.
Go to the casino and put that on.
Yeah, no. Here.
No,
I really meant it.
I'll buy you a beer,
I know,
man.
I meant it. But it's just weird. I don't think they're as influenced. Like MTV, like if you do your cable networking thing in America, everybody gets MTV, whatever. Over there, it's still not in every household, so they still read your Kerrangs and those magazines, and they're just loyal, diehard fans, you know. So
I see that too. I see that's the biggest thing that I see is I think that the press printed press in Europe and England still have a lot more juice than printed press in America. It seems like the magazines hold a lot more weight and are, quite honestly, I think are a lot better done over there than they are here.
Well, it's weird, and I still go to Europe as well with Eric Singer, the ESP thing. And we do great business in Europe. We only play in Europe, Australia, and Japan. We can't get arrested over here. There's no interest at all. And it's weird, like I just sit there and I go, really, that's just so strange to me. You know, but thank you. Ice Cube, wrong pipe.
You got another one over there, Harlan?
Yeah.
Is there one more?
I got one.
No, we're almost done. If you can then, as we kind of wrap this thing up, give everybody a little overview of what you have coming up as far as music. You've got a record coming.
Yeah,
right?
I actually, well, it was weird. I did a tour this summer with Cinderella, and it's funny, when you do a tour, a lot of the promoters will have like a local band come in, a cover band or something, and Cinderella's like, oh, we hate, you know, having like these local, you know, cover bands or whatever. We'd love to have you come out on the road with us. And they treated me awesome. I just literally, I grabbed one acoustic guitar and a suitcase. They threw me on the crew bus and I traveled with them all summer. And I went out and I did a 40-minute set acoustically. And it went over pretty well. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go do an acoustic record. So I went in with a guy named Chris Henderson from 3 Doors Down. And I went to his studio, and we recorded 5 or 6 old songs, totally stripped them down, and then I did 5 or 6 new songs, and completely stripped, not even drums. It was like 2 acoustic guitars, a bass, percussion, and 4-part harmonies, and it's awesome. So Larry Moran is my new manager. He walked it into Universal, and they heard it, and they said, wow, this is really cool. So hopefully that's going to come out in end of April, beginning of May. So
cool.
That's what I'm doing now.
Good luck with that, brother.
And gay porn. I'm just
Didn't make you a bad person.
Yeah, exactly. Well, good luck with that, man, and great job by all you guys. That's one of the things that people have coming up to me and saying about this cruise is, you know, what was the best band or what band have you liked the most? Being dead honest as I always am, everything I've seen has been slamming. I mean, everybody's really bought it on this cruise.
Yeah, well, and it's cool too for the fans. You know, the bands are on the boat with them. You know, I can't speak for everybody, but I just like hanging out. I just hang out at the bar by the pool, and I just get to meet people from all over the world, and it's just cool. It's been awesome. It's a great idea. You know, you get everybody together. Community, rock music, rock and roll, and hang out, and you can party and hang out with the people, the bands that you're into, and it's just
Nobody
awesome.
has to worry about driving.
No, exactly. Somebody else is doing it for me.
There you go.